I share what I'm listening to and my thoughts on music and the business daily for free at helloyassine.com. What's poppin', y'all? We finally got none other than Kevin Durant throwing his hat in the ring, and what some people feel like is him taking shots at Kendrick Lamar. The reason for this is the other day, Kendrick Lamar released a track, and KD shows love to the track. So the song is Clouds, and KD says, I don't care about none of that fake tough guy-ish. This is mastery. And then someone replies, and keep in mind, fake tough guy stuff. We know KD, and this is one thing that I love about KD, which I'll get into later. Let me just get to the point for you guys that want me to get to the point. All right. I'm under duress right now. So someone says fake tough guy? Question mark? He's like, you took that as a personal shot towards your favorite. And then someone says, but you listen to Drake. LOL, okay. And KD says, the GOAT, in all caps. We know Drake and KD have been locked in. KD's probably the most loyal, and he's kept his opinions to himself about this beef for a very, very long time, at least on his public account. We know he got an alt somewhere. KD, we know you got an alternative account where you're going in on either Kendrick or Drake, or just giving your honest opinion. I don't think Kevin Durant doesn't seem like the type of guy to snake anyone, to be honest. But someone just replies to that when he says the GOAT, and he says, I was just going to mention, he kind of does the same thing too, and I love his music. In reference to Drake. And KD says, rapping about protecting everything you've earned is not fake tough guy-ish. All right. What's War? Come on, Kevin Durant. What's the song War about? Drake, what's the song Mob Ties about? Let's not pretend like Drake hasn't been on this fake tough guy stuff for a very long time. Remember the stunt, the infamous video clip of him like taking off his watch and like going to walk up to Chris Brown? Like Chris Brown won't put hands, feet, flips, and elbows and whatever else. Like I could see Kendrick. I could see Chris Brown doing one of those backflips and kicking Drake in the chin. It's just Chris Brown is superhuman to a degree. So let's not pretend like Drake isn't on this tough guy stuff, but I like this. I like this from Kevin Durant. This is your man's. You got to be on his, not on his back, but you got to be on his side. And then another individual says, he dissing and trying to manipulate like he and it. Lame as hell. I don't even know what the hell that guy's trying to say. He says, I'm dissing all y'all fans who can't listen to J. Cole without saying he's soft. And there are a couple of points that I want to address, but let me just go through everything. Let's be honest. Cole's rapping is always top tier, but this gets no playback anywhere. It's only to critique who's playing this for any other reason. And then KD replies, gets playback in my AirPods. That's all that matters to me. And then someone replies, I bet you asked for permission from the boy if you could show support for Cole, but only if you throw shade at the boogeyman. Laughing emoji. And KD replies, I'm throwing shade at fans like you. Been hating on Cole this whole time. Just listen to the music and STFU. Let me address the AirPods point, because this is a really annoying statement that we frequently get. I acknowledge that we are in quite a bubble. You need to acknowledge that we're in a bubble. The problem is a lot of hip-hop listeners, enthusiasts don't realize that the bubble they are in and the people that they talk to and the way that their feed is curated is not the opinion of the vast majority of people. So sometimes when an artist sells a ton, they're like, yo, who the hell is listening to this? It's the same way that this person's like, yo, this doesn't get playback anywhere. Well, yeah, because J. Cole's music is not the type that's going to be played at the club. Maybe not really the type to be played at the barbershop for the most part. You're not going to hear people talking about it right now, which people are talking about it. But J. Cole fans, which there are millions of, they're going to have this in their headphones and they're going to be listening to it on a daily basis. And this is a lot of rap artists that nobody pays attention to, or people don't even know what they've got going on. Like, for example, do you guys remember Big Crit? I promise this has to do with my main point. Some people are probably like, oh, Big Crit, yeah, I remember him. Cadillactica, those old albums. Yeah, Big Crit still got listeners. He dropped an album. It's got like multiple millions of plays. It was a couple of years ago, and he dropped it with Wiz Khalifa. So Big Crit's been doing his thing, and he's in a decent position. He's not the most popular guy, but I'm sure he's enjoying his life. A lot of people listen to Big Crit music, but we haven't heard Big Crit in the conversation for years. And that's because there's this other thing called the machine, marketing, spend. When you're an independent artist, you can't really spend like others. Now, the thing is with J. Cole, yeah, of course, he's got the team to spend, but there's too much back and forth going on about whether someone deserves to be labeled as good music depending on how often people play it. And the easiest way to knock this argument out of the water is just to compare the situation that happened with Mysterious Music, Tyler the Creator, and none other than DJ Khaled. Let's not play like DJ Khaled's songs aren't getting playback everywhere. DJ Khaled's getting played everywhere. And he was right when he said that. However, Tyler the Creator's fan base is far stronger. Tyler the Creator goes on tour. The guy's doing Madison Square Garden. And you're probably thinking to yourself, where the hell are these fans? I don't really hear people talking about Tyler the Creator like that on a regular basis. Even in the hip hop sphere, like we respect Tyler, but there's not a frequent conversation being had about what he's dropping, when he's dropping. And it's because he takes a long time to drop and he puts a lot of effort into his stuff. But even Tyler the Creator has mentioned that he doesn't get put in conversations very often. And I think he addressed academics about that, and academics started to post them more, which I think was cool. It was a cool interaction between both of them. So there's that. Now, Kevin Durant telling people saying J. Cole's soft, that's something that hasn't happened for a very long time. I am a proponent of that. Yeah, I don't want to hear J. Cole talk about tough guy being at the top of the crown, whatever the case may be. He lost his opportunity to do that. When he stepped up to the plate, he just couldn't do it. And I am understanding that the way that this beef turned into, it went grimy. And I don't think any of us would ever want J. Cole to be in a position, and I don't think J. Cole wants to be in a position either, where he's throwing mud, dirt, slime, and just wild, crazy allegations that can ruin people's lives. I don't think J. Cole is that type of guy. Kendrick Lamar is clearly that type of guy, and Drake is 100% that type of guy because he started that in this beef. So that's where I'm at with that. I don't think people are saying anything negative about J. Cole being soft. Although, when he did drop the song, a bunch of people were like, oh, I don't care. I'm not. Who's listening to that? And one thing I think we got to do more is appreciate Kevin Durant. Like, man, I mess with this guy. He is the definition of an athlete that is really just like us. Like, I think Kevin Durant wishes he could somehow just just snap his fingers, turn a foot shorter whenever he wants to, and just look like a normal person and just have random conversations on TikTok lives. I think he'd call into someone's TikTok live and just start arguing with them about hip hop or basketball. And these things he's so passionate about them, and he has such strong opinions, and he goes back and forth with fans. This guy had 5 or 6 responses to just random fans and replies. And that's someone that is unchanged by the success that he's had, being one of the best basketball players of all time, the money that he's made. It's the same exact guy. And people have clowned him in the past, but I think that's something that we got to respect and appreciate a little bit more. Now, I do want to know his genuine opinion, because this is the thing. Kevin Durant is boys with Drake, so I don't think he'll ever answer the question. But Kevin Durant, in his soul, he would be lying to himself if he said Drake won the beef. He said Drake's the GOAT. He didn't say that Drake won the beef. And this is just him maintaining his friendship, which I can respect too. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Do you mess with the J. Cole song? Do you think that Kevin Durant is right that a bunch of people are calling J. Cole soft? And most importantly, do you think that we're kind of in this culture of right now, or this phase, I wouldn't call it culture, this phase right now where the two people that are going head to head in the game are making numbers a lot more important than they've been in the past 5 or so years for people at the top? Because we usually wouldn't really compare numbers of the people we know are at the top. We know these guys are up there for a reason. So a lot of the conversations around them were just their music. And then now it's turning into, oh, this person's bundling this. Oh, this guy's going to flop this and that, especially when it comes to J. Cole. Well, I think his numbers are going to do the same. And I think J. Cole has a fan base independent of Drake and Kendrick Lamar. But I really just want to hear the thoughts that J. Cole has to put out in his next album. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Go to helloyassine.com, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.